Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Before we can even start talking about how striking should affect transitions on the ground, I think there are a few things that needs to be talked about first, and I'm going to break it down into a few videos because I don't want these videos to be too long. I want them to be really short. But the first thing I want to talk about in this video is the fact that getting up from the ground is way too easy in EA Sports UFC, and that's because the get up sequence has been really dumbed down. In EA Sports UFC, you can press down on your left stick and get up from every single position on the ground, and this includes dominant positions like mount, side control, half guard, back mount, even very complex positions like the crucifix. This has to be changed. The only position that we should be able to get up from is the guard, and even then, it should require 2 stages. This means that if you're in mount and you want to get up, you have to make your way back to guard before you can get up. The same thing goes for side control and half guard and every other position. And the good news is that the developer that is working on the ground actually agrees with me, and I'm hoping that, we'll get to see this in the next game. Now, how should the get-ups actually work from guard? Well, I think they should work in 2 stages, and keep in mind, the stand-up should only be possible from guard. The first stage, you have to create some distance. And in the second stage, you have to perform the technical stand-up. Now let me break it down. When you watch the way fighters get up from the guard, they don't just put their feet on their opponent's hips and push away like it is done in EA Sports UFC. I don't think I've ever seen that done ever. First of all, they have to move their hips and create some space. And then, when there's enough space, they perform the technical stand-up and get back to their feet. My idea for this is, when you're in full guard bottom and you want to get back to your feet, hold the left stick away from your opponent depending on the camera angle, and this will move your hips and create some space. When you've created enough space, you press down on the left stick and your fighter will perform the technical stand-up and get back up. For the fighter on top, you'll have to close that distance by holding the left stick towards your opponent as soon as you see the guy on the bottom moving his hips. If you close the distance soon enough, you will return him to guard and maintain control. But if you don't close that distance soon enough, you'll end up in this position right here. I'm not sure what this position is called, but I've seen it a lot in mixed martial arts, and I think it should be in the game. This position right here that GSP found himself against Matt Hughes. From this position now, all the guy on the bottom has to do is press L3 and he will explode and get up. The guy on top can still hold him down in that position, but it will just be a lot harder to hold him down. Now that's my idea for getting up from guard. I don't think it'll be too complicated. In fact, I think it's going to be realistic. I think this will allow the guy on top to maintain top control a bit better in the guard, and from there, he can land effective ground and pound. And I know that there's going to be a lot of conversation, well, there should be a lot of conversation had for this particular idea. I don't think a lot of people might like it, but for me personally, I think this will work perfectly. So that's it. For now, that's it for getting up from the guard. That's my idea for that one. Let me know if you guys like this idea or not. If you don't like it, let me know why. If you don't think it's gonna work in a video game, let me know why. I'm really interested in just having a conversation about this. So let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching, and be safe.